going to talk about fractions. And we're going to start off by discussing how a pizza can become a fraction. So here we have a whole pizza, correct? So imagine that I wanted to split this pizza with you. We would have to cut it in half. So I would have to take half the pizza away. Right? And it would only leave you with half the pizza. Okay? So this would be considered 1/2. Now what if your sister wanted to come get pizza and I wanted to come get pizza? We'd have to split it up to make it equal, correct? Okay, and the way that we do that, we'd have to cut it into certain portions and we'd have to make it equal. So all of us can get the same amount of pizza, correct? Okay, so if there's 3 of us and we all wanted a slice of pizza, maybe we could cut it into what?
4?
Well, there's 3 of us.
3?
Thirds. Okay, so we can cut it into thirds. So each of us will get 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. And then we would be equally split up. Right? So today we're going to be talking about how we can represent fractions using pizza models and using counters. Okay? Okay, so we're going to use our cards. Okay? So this represents 1/2. So how many counters do you think we should have? 2. Okay, and how would we represent 1/2? With the counters. How do you think we should represent? 1 being yellow and 1 being red? Very good. Okay, so if we have 2 of them, the bottom number is how many pieces you have all together, which is 2. We want to know how much is 1, so we would flip 1 over, and that would give us 1/2. 1/2 is red, or 1/2 is yellow. Okay? If we would do 1/5, we would have five pieces, right? Okay, let's start with the yellow. And how do you think we would represent the 1 for the 1/5? Very good. We would flip over 1, and then we have 1 red, and 1 out of 5 gives us 1/5. What if we had 3 over 3? 3/3. Take 2 away. Okay. Very good. Would we flip 1 over?
No,
Why not?
because that will be 1/3.
Very good. What if I flip 2 over?
That'll be 2/3.
2/3. And then if I flip them all over?
1 whole.
1 whole, which is still 3 over 3, right? 3/3. Very good. Okay, let's do. What if we had 3/5? Okay, now what? Okay, they're all yellow. Now what? Well, how many do we flip over?
3.
3. And why are we flipping over 3?
Because it's 3/5.
Okay, and what does the 3 represent?
3. 1/3.
Mhm.
And
That 3 parts are taken off, right? Okay. Now, I'm going to have you do a couple on your own. What about this one? How do we represent 2 over 6 or 2/6? Very good. Okay, what about 1 over 4? 1/4. Very good. Okay, and 2 over 4. Good job. Okay, let's do, what about 5 over 6? Awesome. Very, very, very good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is in partners, and since I will be your partner, we're going to log in to our computer. Okay, and we're going to start this website. Okay, go ahead and start.
a fraction is part of a whole.
Okay, so that's similar to our pizza, right? We have a whole pizza, which is a circle. This is considered a what?
A whole.
A whole. Okay, if you want to click next.
This whole is divided into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts in total.
Okay, and click next.
Next, if we want to look at only the orange part, we have 1 part of the 4 equal parts. 4 total parts, 1 orange part.
Okay, how would we represent that on our counters? Very good.
Next, the number of parts that we selected is called the numerator. It is always written on the top of the fraction bar. The 1 in 1/4 means 1 orange part.
Okay, so our top number is what they call the numerator. Okay, that is our number on the top. Always remember number top for numerator, numerator, number, and then the top. Okay.
The bottom number in a fraction is the denominator. The denominator tells us the total number of equal parts of our whole. The
Okay.
4 in 1/4 means 4 equal parts.
Okay. For your bottom number, it's going to always be referred to as the denominator. You can always think of it as it dominates. Okay? Because in fractions, whatever that bottom number is, that's going to be the one that you always have to refer to when you deal with fractions. Because it's always part of your whole. Okay? So think denominator, dominate. Okay? For bottom number. Okay?
The line between the numerator and denominator is known as the fraction bar.
Okay? So when you see a fraction, like 1/3, you have your numerator, which is 1, your fraction bar, which is the line that goes in between, and your denominator, which here would be 3, correct? So if I gave you this one, what would be my denominator? The denominator. The bottom one. Remember, denominator is, it dominates. Or you can think denominator down. So for the bottom number, denominator down, down denominator. So that means it's the bottom one, the down, okay? What would be the numerator? Very good. What about in this one? Which one would be the fraction bar? Okay, and which one is the denominator? And then the numerator. Okay, and in this one, which one is the numerator? Numerator. Fraction bar and denominator. Very good. Okay.
Now that you understand the basics, let's practice some at the pizza shop. You will see what the customer orders. Be sure the pizza is cut in the right amount of parts. Then choose the pizza with the correct toppings. Next, the order is 3/4 pepperoni. Choose the pizza below that is cut into the correct number of parts.
So which one has the right number of parts? Yes. Very good.
That is right, because 4 is the denominator of this fraction. We know that there needs to be 4 equal parts of our pizza.
Okay.
Next, the order is 3/4 pepperoni. Choose the pizza below that has the correct toppings. Try again. Try again.
It has 3/4. So
Try
you,
again.
which one has three? Which one is covered with 3/4 of the pizza? So which one of these is covered 3/4? Look at your counters. Okay, you have 3 red parts here, and you have 1 that's unshaded. So how would we determine that on the pizza?
Excellent.
There you go.
Because 3 is the numerator of this fraction, we know that the pepperoni should be on 3 parts of the pizza. The order is 1/6 pepperoni. Choose the pizza below that is cut into the correct number of parts.
Okay, let's get our counters first and
That
show.
is right. Because 6 is the denominator of this fraction, we
Okay.
know that there needs to be 6
Very
equal
good.
parts of the pizza.
Okay, let's use our counters real quick. Go ahead and show me on your counters how to represent 1/6. Okay, so let's use this to help us find the right amount of toppings on our pizza.
Next, choose the pizza below that has the correct topping.
So which one represents 1/6? 1/6. Look at how this is. Remember, this is a whole, and you have one that's different. So how many parts? No. Okay, let's look at it this way. Let's make the yellow the cheese. Okay. Now show me what 1/6 is on your counters. Okay. Now let's pretend like this is a pepperoni. So if we have a pizza and it's split into 6 equal parts like this, see how we should put it in the shape of pizza? Well, how many parts are going to be in pepperoni on your pizza?
1.
1. So which one only has one thing of pizza, pepperoni on it?
Try again.
You're only looking for one slice. Okay, one slice. You have your pizza. Okay, this is all the same. It's like this. You're only looking for one slice that has pepperoni on it. That has pepperoni on it. It has to have pepperoni on it.
Excellent. Because 1
Okay.
is the numerator of this fraction, we know that the pepperoni should be on one part of the pizza.
Okay.
This pizza is 1/6 pepperoni.
Okay, so we're going to use our counters to help us with our pizza. The yellow is going to represent the cheese, and the red is going to represent the pepperoni. Okay, so in this case, we have our pizza like this. Okay, and we have 1/6 is pepperoni. Now you said that this would be the 1/6, correct? So look, you have one part here, and then look at this. You have one part that has pepperoni. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts do not have pepperoni, and that's all cheese. And look what you have down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts do not have pepperoni. They're all cheese. Make sense? Okay, let's try the next one.
The order is 3/3 mushroom. Choose the pizza below that is cut into the correct number. That is right. Because 3 is the denominator of this fraction, we know that there needs to be 3 equal parts.
Okay, so let's stop here and use our counters. Let's show us what 3/3 equals. Okay. So let's go on to the next part.
Next, choose the pizza below that has the correct toppings.
And which one do you think has the correct toppings? Okay, so we'll represent this as mushrooms. Okay, 3 equal parts that are all mushrooms.
Try again. Excellent. Because 3 is the numerator of this fraction, we know that the mushroom should be on 3 parts of the pizza.
Stop it
So
for a
they
second.
cover the whole pizza.
Stop it for a second.
The order is 1/2 mushroom. Choose the pizza below that is cut into the correct number of parts. Try again. That is right. Because 2 is the denominator of this fraction, we know that there needs to be 2 equal parts of the pizza.
Okay, let's do it like this because I know you weren't clicking on anything and it did that. You can touch it. Look. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll stop for a second. Go ahead and let's represent 1/2 with your counters. It's okay. Let's represent 1/2 with the counters. Okay, so go ahead and press your next.
Next, choose the pizza below that has the correct toppings.
Okay, now let's look at our counters.
cheese and 1 mushroom.
That's correct.
Excellent.
There you go. Good job.
Is the numerator of this fraction. We use the mushroom on the pizza, so they cover half of the pizza.
Okay, let's press next.
You have learned the basics of fractions. Remember, fractions can be seen in any shape that can be divided equally. So, keep looking for fractions around you. Practice more of this fun fraction magic.
Okay, so now let's go back to our cards here. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use our pizza as our representations, okay? And that's gonna be with our counters, okay? Let's go ahead and use our pizza. How many parts is our pizza cut into? Can you tell?
One whole.
Well, okay, it's a whole pizza. How many parts is it cut into?
5, 6.
6. Okay, so let's use these cards and represent how our pizza would look if we ate it. Okay?
Ooh.
Okay, so if we ate a pizza, okay, so let's say that you are super hungry, right? And you ate 5 slices out of the 6. How many would be left on the plate? Can you show me?
Let's see.
You put the pizza on here and show me what 5, 6 would look like. Oh, you know it. Six. Okay, so which one of these is 5/6? This one or this one? This one. There's 5 pieces here out of 6. What would this one be considered by itself?
1 part.
1 part of the 6. So what would that be?
1, 6.
Very good. So that represents 1/6, correct? Okay, so here we have 1/6 and here we have 5/6. Okay, so let's change it up a little bit. Let's get 4/6 here and where's my 2/6 there. Okay, so this represents
4, 6.
and this one.
2, 6.
Very good. Okay, now let's what if I wanted to do 1/2?
1/2. Let me see.
We want to do one. I want 1/2 of the pizza.
1/2. Hey.
Okay, so is this 1/2?
Yes.
What about this?
Yes.
And what is 1/2 and the 1/2 equal together?
1 whole.
1 whole. Very good. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to our next one. Okay, we're gonna do matching fractions with our counters, like what we were doing just now, but we're gonna use counters. So let's do a quick review, and this one you'll do on your own.
Okay, let's do this.
Yes, let's do this. Okay, so let's be real quick. Okay, so we have our counters, right? Okay, so here's some counters. Okay, now let's go through the stack real quick. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna match, kind of just like we did earlier when we first started. Okay, show me what 2 fists would look like using your counters.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So we have 2 fists, and you said this represents 2 fists. Okay? Okay, what about 2/3? How can we represent 2/3? Very good. Okay, and 2/2, which is what? Okay, very good. How about 4/5? 4 fists. 4 fifths. 4/5. Very good. Okay, and 3/6. Good job. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 4/6. Good job. What about 1/6? All right. 1/3. Very good. Do you have any questions for me before you go on your own?
No.
Okay. So we understand what is this number?
3/3. 1/3.
Okay, and what is this number? Which one's the numerator? Which one's the denominator? And the fraction line. Very good. And on this problem, where's the denominator? Numerator and fraction line. Very good. So what is this one?
Numerator, fraction,
Line.
line, and denominator. Denominator, fraction line, numerator.
Very good. Okay, so you're going to do some matching fractions, just like we did right here with the counters in this.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What's on the click?
Oh, you will be clicking on relaxed mode.
Okay.
Okay, and then at the end, we'll have to see what your results are. I will be here if you need me, but this is your independent work, so good luck. It's a matching game, by the way.
What are you doing?
Click at the top where it says Nick. There you go. Pay attention to your parts. Remember the bottom number? Your denominator is how many parts there are all together. All right, good job. Good job, Steven. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, so once again, what number is this?
4.
What is it called?
Oh, denominator? No.
Look at the card. You're close. Just say it. Numerator.
Fraction line, denominator.
All right.
Numerator, fraction line, denominator. Denominator, fraction line, numerator.
And how would you represent 4/5?
4/5 equals, done.
Good job. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right. Thank you for your time, sir.